Welcome, beautiful souls, to today's readings. I'm seeing this for pile 1 already, and this for pile 2. Oh, and that for pile 3. So in today's readings, we're actually asking, what is the future of this connection? Now, at the time of doing this reading, it's actually Valentine's Day tomorrow. So for many people, this will be a love reading, a love interest, the person uppermost on your mind. But for others, it could be a platonic relationship or a working relationship. I will be drawing love note cards, messages about intimate relationships. And so if you are watching for a platonic relationship, you may need to just disregard those messages, but pick up on the energy. With any general reading, you know, some messages will be for you, and some, if they're not resonating, may well be for someone else. So we're drawing these 3 cards together with some runes and some charms. I hope you're all doing brilliantly. This is a timeless reading, so even though the timing of this is connected to Valentine's Day, I will be drawing literally 1 card for your person and then another card for you as well, and kind of looking at, I guess, a bit of a conversation between you and seeing where that's taking us in terms of the future of this connection. So it's going to be a really interesting reading. So pile 1, we have the 3 of coins. Okay, this is for pile 1. Pile 2, we have the card Ashclan rather, I think it is, it's a Q. Ashclan, I'm not sure how I pronounce this, but anyway, I think that is a Q, so Ashclan, I think. But this is actually the card of the lovers in a traditional pack. And then for pile 3, we have Astro-Moon. Okay, and this is the card of the Empress in a traditional pack, another major arcana card. Okay, so let's place those here, and I'm going to draw a rune for each one and also a charm. See what we have for pile 1. Okay, pile 1, you have a flamingo. And you have the rune of signals. This is Anzus. Signals, signs. So we'll put this here. For pile 2, we have a heart. And we also have the rune of Alga's protection. So this is for pile 2. And for pile 3, we have the charm of a unicorn, and we also have Lagos, the rune of flow. So these are the runes, the charms, the cards for today, and we are asking, what is the future of this connection? Beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to leave the video running for just a few moments longer, just to give you a little bit more time if you wish, and I will see you in the readings. Yeah, beautiful souls, I hope you're all doing brilliantly, and see you in a moment. If you find you're drawn to more than one reading, it quite possibly will mean that there is more than one message coming through for you today, so I would just trust that. And if you start a reading and it's not resonating, it may be that a different one is right. You know, sometimes we just have to feel our way through. But beautiful souls, I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. The very first thing that is coming through here for me is that there's some kind of divine timing. It's like something has to fall into place before this can proceed. That's what I'm really seeing really clearly. There's a future here by the look of it, but something has to kind of literally click into place. Something has to happen first. It may be that you're needing to see something with the signals, the signs, but this is all about synchronicity. And also with the flamingo, they're very bright, they're very buoyant, they're also very balanced. They can stand on one leg for a long, long time. Maybe something needs to come back into balance for this to proceed. So whoever your person is, this person on your mind at this moment, what is the future of this connection? Okay, let's just draw a row of cards first, just to see what we are shown. What is the future of this connection? So we have the 7 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the 5. How interesting. Now this is interesting because it's kind of going 7, 6, 5. So what I'm seeing here at the moment is that it's almost as though something is sort of slightly hanging in the balance. Maybe one or other of you has more than one choice available to you, or perhaps you're weighing it up, thinking about it. I think in a way, maybe you're swinging between sort of feeling that this could be, concerned that it could be disappointing or it might not work out, but also still feeling hopeful about it. Yeah, I do feel something is in the balance. Something hasn't clicked into place, or you clicked, but it didn't follow through. Something didn't happen. And I do feel that you're sitting, not exactly sitting on the fence, my beautiful pile 1, but you're not, I feel like you don't quite know which way this is going to go, really. There's no sense of certainty around it. That's what I'm feeling. The High Priestess. Okay, so there is some kind of divine timing going on. We've got a key here. Okay. I'm also seeing the way crossed here. Maybe this wait. I do feel there's a waiting going on. You're not quite sure which way it could go. I do feel maybe you're needing to see something. There's a key or something has to be unlocked before you can move this forwards, before it can proceed. This feels very much in the here and now. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. And I also do feel it could sort of, almost for some of you, maybe it could swing either way. And that's sort of where you're feeling. You're not quite sure which way it's going to go. However, we have the card of the Lovers. So it does feel like there's still a lot of hope attached to this person that you're thinking of. A lot of hope, you're seeing a lot of potential, but you're genuinely not sure which way it's going to go. Something's blocked it or got in the way, and it's left you feeling like you really don't know. Yeah, do you stay with it? Do you sit with it? Or do you just walk away? There's a real division here. Even the card of the Lovers. The card of the Lovers is ultimately a card of choice. You know, which choice would you make? Do you stay? I'm hearing that song, should I stay or should I go? So this is, I feel like you're left feeling like you're not quite sure what's going on. Let's see if we can draw a card. First of all, let's draw a card for you, pile 1. May we draw a card for pile 1? I will say is if we're going to draw, I'm going to draw a card for you and for your person, and we're going to look at a bit of a conversation going on, see what they have to say, see what we're shown. But pile 1, if for some reason you feel like the card I draw for you is more like the person you're thinking of, and then the card that I draw for the person is more like you, it may just be that there's some mirroring going on. So whichever one I draw, if it's really resonating with you, sit with the one that feels like it's you and go with the other person as being them. And this will help you also to identify if this is the right reading for you, I think. So this is a card for you, first of all. We have the Sword. Again, this is should I stay or should I go? This is what I'm seeing. You really, really don't know. It's like it's in the balance. Okay, and then we have Kairos. For your other person. There is timing going on around this person. I mean, maybe they may be waiting to see if something clicks into place, or they may be waiting for something that they're sort of needing to sort out before they can proceed. But I feel like somehow they, perhaps because of the timing or there's something going on in their world, they may just be feeling like this isn't the right time for them. But there's something about their what might feel like an ambivalence to you, that's leaving you feeling like you ought to make a choice, like a yes or a no. Should I stay or should I go? I feel this person is, yeah, there's something going on around them. Let's draw some more cards. What's going on around this person that is causing them to feel that the timing is not right? Maybe we ask about the timing around them. Okay, we've got listening and we've got rescue. Okay, they're interesting cards. So there's something going on in their world already, listening and rescue. It may be that they are already involved in helping someone out, or it may be that they have a past where they have actually sort of bailed somebody out, or there's something going on. Maybe they are still recovering from something. But they're in quite a static or sort of stationary place, really. This is what I'm seeing here. They're almost observing you. That's what I'm seeing here. They are observing and listening and waiting to see how you respond, I feel. Okay, what can we ask about you? What are we seeing with you? We've had this card shoot out. Bone collector. Okay, and what else do we have? And spirit of place. Okay. Just actually going to draw a card to sit between you as well. Let's just bring these up here a little bit. What is taking place between you? What's the energy between you? Magical map shifter. This is really interesting. Your reading is fascinating. This is really interesting because this is in many ways about a soulmate connection, but it's a soulmate connection that means you bring out the best in each other, or you know, this connection makes you a better person. There'll be timing, there'll be a lesson to be learned here. I actually feel that you're pretty together in your own life, actually, pile one. I feel that you are doing fairly well, kind of, not exactly on your own, but as far as this connection goes, I do feel you could take it or leave it. I'm not saying you don't want it, but I do feel you're looking for something quite specific with the sword here. And I feel this person is kind of has watched you and observed you. It may be that they don't feel with the rescue card that they could quite meet, I wouldn't say your standards as such, but I think you stand out in the crowd, really. I think you're pretty self-contained. You're kind of good. You've done the inner work. And I think this person sees you, they notice you, they observe you, and I think they kind of don't feel as though they kind of quite meet you on equal terms in some way, shape or form. They do observe you. I also feel they observe you from a distance, okay? But they watch you, they listen to you. If any of you have any kind of a social media presence, or you're out there, or your work takes you out there, this is somebody who's seen you, noticed you, listened to you, observed you. I do feel that there is a block between you, there's distance between you, and yet there is a really strong kind of bond here as well. Let's draw some more cards. What else are we shown here? So how is this going to proceed? What is the future of this connection? We have the Empress to some extent, and we have the Ten of Wheels, the Ten of Pentacles. I would see this as being a huge potential of success, okay? But the timing isn't quite right. Something has to be nurtured or allowed to unfold more. What does my pile one need to do or nurture to bring this along? We have Four of Wands, okay, and Six of Wands. I think you might need to reach out to this person, actually. with the Four of Wands. I think you might need to be the one that actually does reach out, because I feel like this person doesn't feel as if they quite meet you on your terms. They're a little bit overwhelmed. They may even have messed up with the Rescue card. Excuse my language, but they may have fucked up basically, and they're observing you from a distance. They're seeing you, and they're not really sure whether it's almost like you would see them as somebody who messed up. You would see them as somebody who couldn't really meet them on equal terms. There's something that they've done here. I do think that they are trying to listen and sort out what went wrong, but I think you might need to be the one that reaches out here. We have the Six of Wands, which is a card of success. It looks to me as if this does have a genuinely good future here. Yeah, Nine of Wheels. And we have two nines, Nine of Wheels and Nine of Wands. Okay. How interesting. So I do feel like this person actually is swinging from, you know, that point where this is about stepping up and being the best version of you, that the soul connections. This person, I think, sees you as someone who could sort of, not exactly rescue them, but make them a better person. Would you bring out the best in them? Nine of Wheels, and they kind of know it. But at the same time, I think they have real trouble getting out of their own way. I think they have real trouble getting over themselves, getting over the part of them that feels like they're going to be a disappointment. They want to be the one that would give to you, provide for you. But at the same time, they are really anxious that they're going to be a disappointment, that they won't be able to sustain something. And there's something about them and this distance, that the lack of availability, the not proceeding, that is leaving you questioning, you know, this, should I stay or should I go? I think it's almost, so we're getting into this kind of pattern, which interestingly enough, I suspect is a pattern that's in both of you, like one person's pattern triggers another person's pattern. So if you have a pattern of being very self-contained, very able to manage on your own, this person is feeling like they're not good enough, and because they are then reserved, or they don't show themselves, or they're observing you rather than communicating with you. They're not really telling you how they feel. And because they don't, you feel that absence, you feel that distance, and that makes you feel, well, if they're not going to be available. I think there's this kind of cycle going on here, which is really, really interesting. But the indications between you would suggest that this is a connection that could be very, very successful. The Empress is abundance, the Ten of Wheels, the Ten of Coins, the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, wow, you couldn't have two more promising cards, really, for the future. Let's just see what this person wants to say. Okay, I'm going to use some love notes. These are actually from White Rose Guidance. She has a lovely YouTube channel, and if you like her cards, you can buy them through her channel. I'll put a link there. She does some lovely relationship readings, actually. Okay, what does this person want to say to you? No one lights me up and inspires me like you do. Yeah, I just think that you really do light them up. Whoa. Tons of cards flying out. Okay, I think this may be too many, but I'm just going to go with this one first. I remember you. Ah, okay. So we saw you looking from afar. This could be someone who you haven't seen for a while. It could also be someone that you actually have had a past life connection with. And they are conscious of that. They're conscious of that past life connection. What else are they wanting to say to you? You are my everything. What are they wanting to say to you? What are they wanting to say to you? I am terrified of you. Yeah, this is exactly it. It's like you are the beginning and end of everything, but they just don't feel that they're good enough. They feel like they've known you before. You're everything. You're absolutely the everything. You really are inspirational, but they just don't feel that they can ever be good enough somehow. Something is significantly in the way. Forgive me, I've never felt this way before. I do not know how to act, and I miss you more than you know. That I feel there is a distance between you. That's really interesting, because I think the distance is causing you to feel, should I stay or should I go? Do I want this? Do I not want this? Would this just like be really hard work? You know, that kind of a flavor here. Let's get a little bit of information here. You know, how are you feeling about this person? Use the second pack of the White Rose Guidance Love Notes. How are you feeling? Oh, look at this. You feel like the sweetest home I've ever known. Okay, so there is a real soft spot. I can't bear to build it all again, to watch it wash away. These are your fears, isn't it? These are your fears. This person feels like they're not going to be good enough. And you're feeling like, wow, you know, I think you're amazing, but you're so sweet. I feel really good around you, but I don't want yet another failure. I think you've experienced some relationships that didn't work. And I feel like you're kind of wanting to know that things are going to fit almost before you would commit. You're needing sort of almost like reassurance, really. Yeah, where do we go from here? You're really, really uncertain about this person. Okay, and yet you are my destiny. I was not looking for something like this. It's like we're star-crossed lovers. Will we ever make it work? You are so full of both wanting this person but kind of fearful. Look at this, you know, my entire body is attracted to you. I want to create with you. You feel just as strongly, I think, as this person feels. However, there's something about them that leaves you really questioning whether this is actually going to work or not. It may just be the way they've behaved. Perhaps they've backed off, almost as if they felt the challenge was too great. Okay, may we ask for more guidance? What is this person, the person on your mind? Let's get really specific here. What does this person want to do? Will this person take an action forwards? Will they step forwards? Let's ask. Is this person actually going to step forwards? I feel like your reading is suggesting that you might need to make the contact. Will this person actually step forwards? Maybe that you kind of need them to step forwards, but will they? Will this person step forwards? South Node past. It feels like there's kind of maybe they keep looking back rather than looking ahead. They're very hung up really about something that they've done or that didn't work. Uranus change. Okay, so they are desiring change. Will they step forwards? Will they come forwards? Retrograde again, review. I feel they're very stuck in a place of not knowing, feeling almost quite disabled by the energy around you, that their feelings are very strong, but they just also feel as though they are not good enough. They really, really have such strong feelings, and somehow they actually, in many ways, I think, have pushed you away. Okay. But we are asking, what is the future of this connection? I feel like it's loaded with possibility, but it also feels quite stuck. May I ask? May we ask, let's just get some messages that could sit between you. What kind of communication? What needs to be said? It hurts to be without you. I think this is both sides. I don't understand this connection. Okay, we have, I feel conflicted. Are we still friends? Yeah. Something's happened. I do think they did something or they backed off and they're really, really not sure what to do. And I think both of you don't know which way to go or how to move it forwards in different ways. Let's just look now at how this can be moved forwards, because what we're sort of seeing here is, I think, that with the Four of Wands, it's in many ways easier for you to make a connection, reach out, than it is for them. I just feel they're kind of too stuck in the past. They're too stuck in looking back. At the moment, for some reason, I think they just feel they've messed up. And it's like they're stuck in the fact that they messed up. Can pile one do anything about this? What should pile one do about this if you want to move it forwards? That's the key here, really. The Emperor. I think in a way it's about taking charge of this and making a move if you wish to. I do feel this is very much in many ways about making a move and you deciding that you wish to do this. Now we do have the rune of signs, signals, synchronicities. In many ways I feel like the ball is in your court, curiously enough. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's about you making a decision and a choice here. And the Seven of Wands. I do feel this is about you making a choice rather than, interestingly enough, I think you need to decide what you want, pile one, and then make a decision to act on it. If pile one act on it, how would that be received? May we ask about this person? How would it be received if pile one were to act upon it? Eight of Swords. Okay, I wonder if they can see you. They're very conflicted. Five of Swords, disappointment. Okay, I sort of feel like they just feel like they can't be forgiven. But we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, I sort of feel that you'd have to, basically, whatever it is they've done, you would have to be very clear that it was in the past. Retrograde energy we've got here, the review, retrograde, the South Node. I think you would have to be able to put aside what has happened, put it behind you and be really clear that it was behind you. You'd have to have the clarity of this. You know, whatever took place here, you know, in a way maybe this person gave you very mixed messages, but whatever they did, I think the only way forwards would be for you to be able to literally let it go. And I think they would move ahead if they felt very, very strongly that you could absolutely forgive them, put it behind you, and they would be free to kind of, basically, or collectively you'd be free. At the moment they are very hung up about getting something wrong, and I think they did do something. They got it wrong or they've messed up. I get the impression that, you know, something got blocked somehow. Divine timing, for some reason, that took place. Pile one. What is the future of this connection? I feel that I probably have inquired enough for you. I think it does have a future. This relationship does have a future, but it does feel like there's a hurdle. Things have to be clicked into place here to make this possible. Timing has been, maybe there's been a delay in timing and something happened, but I do feel whatever this person has done, said, or not done, you know, whatever this is about, I think the challenge here is to do with forgiveness and being able to literally put it behind you. I think you'd have to also be very clear about what you want in order for them to be able to kind of, you know, rise to that challenge. I do think this person wants to rise to the challenge, but I just feel that they require or need quite a lot of encouragement. And I think you're in a place where you're actually pretty self-sufficient, you're secure in yourself. I think you're secure in what you want and what you deserve. I think whatever this was, I think you kind of know you deserve more. The question is, you know, the Knight of Wands, are you prepared to kind of forgive and forget, and then almost like take a little bit of a chance? The Knight of Wands energy is very fast, but it would be about, you know, can this person really move on, change their ways? And given what's taken place, I think the ball's in your court. How do you want to proceed? Is this a relationship that you feel you can really trust again? I think this person would rise up, but it's kind of whether you feel it's sustainable, whether you feel you want to be that person who lifts the other. However you look at it, there is soul growth between you. What I will say is, though, when we asked right at the start, what is the future of this connection, we got the Empress and the Ten of Wheels. Ultimately, it feels like this could be really something. it's kind of getting over this hiccup, which feels like it's been quite a big hiccup actually. And I think it's about you taking the lead in that, really, and making a decision as to whether you're prepared to give this person that second chance. Pile 1, this is your reading. Beautiful souls. Do check out other readings if this is resonating with you. It's a joy to read for you today. If you are watching this as I post it, have a wonderful Valentine's Day with whatever is coming your way or whoever is around you. But above and beyond that, in loving yourself and knowing what you deserve and, you know, holding out for that, or getting clear about how you might voice that to this person if you do plan to approach them. Pile 1, this is your reading. Thank you for joining me today. Tons and tons of love, beautiful souls. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So we are asking, what is the future of this connection? Now, we have the rune of protection, algaes, which asks us to manage our emotions, not to kind of get too tangled in both the highs and the lows. And so, you know, the intensity of emotions, to remain grounded, to remain level. It also tells me that this connection is protected, which is interesting. You have the card of the Lovers, you have a heart. I think we'll draw a row of tarot cards first, just to see generally what we're shown about this connection. I'm wondering if it is guided, if it is protected, if this is a relationship that hasn't yet come into being. It's one of those, it's being guided into position for you, perhaps. We have the 7 of Swords. Ooh, yeah, you are being protected here. Or this relationship, this connection is being protected. Oh, I'm very curious. What are we being shown here for pile 2? We have the 2 of Wands and we have the Devil. Okay. What is the future of this connection? Gosh, I'm wondering if for some of you this is almost like something that you're needing to keep very quiet about. That there would be opposition to you, or I feel there's a purity of love in this card. I mean, although the Lovers is ultimately a card of choice, the energy of the card, this feels very heavenly. It feels a really beautiful connection, as if there would be opposition though to it. You know, you're having to be quite secretive about this. What else are we being shown about this connection, please? Ace of Wands. It's a very strong connection. We have 10 of Swords, and yet there's conflict around it. Oh, I feel like I'm swinging between this sort of really beautiful energy versus it's beautiful, there's passion, there's desire, and yet somehow there is something that's not straightforward around this connection whatsoever. Not straightforward at all. Okay, I'm seeing you kind of keeping the wolves at bay here. So yeah, there is a purity in this connection, a purity of love, actually. It's a beautiful connection. Let's draw 2 cards. Now, if this, I'm going to draw one for you and one for your person. And then we'll draw cards between you and get some messages that are going on between you, looking at the energy. But if for some reason you feel like the card that is representing you, I'm seeing you and the other person here, it's really interesting. There's another card, I feel like almost like a third party involved here. Now I'm asking about this connection. I'm going to place this to one side. Just curious. Maybe it's something that sits between you. So we have the gem. What I was going to say was, if you find that you're resonating more with the card that was drawn for the other person rather than you, it could just mean that things are mirrored between you. And we have this card here, the Storm. Okay, right, and then the card that sits between you, the South. This is a really powerful connection. There's a real pull, like a there's a magnet that pulls you together, a passion, a connection. But it's not straightforward for one of you. You know, maybe one of you is in a relationship, or there's something around your circumstances that make it feel as though it would be impossible. And yet it feels like you're sort of two halves, the self. It's like you've met yourself, you've come home to yourself in some way, shape or form. Okay, what is the future of this connection? Can we get a little bit more information around this? Let me draw some cards really for you. Pile 2, rescue. Okay. Okay. Part of what you see in this person is, I think you feel that you do want to rescue them, actually. Maybe that their circumstances are genuinely not straightforward. Part of the pull, perhaps you've had some tough times yourself, and part of the pull to this person is a feeling of kind of wanting to help them out, wanting to rescue them, wanting to guide them out of a situation. I think there's quite a strong connection for you around their circumstances. I think you're being a bit of a gem here, actually. May we ask about the other person, this person's circumstances, situation, encouragement, and moonlight. Okay. Yeah, I think this person reminds you of, I don't know, your own past, your own history. Maybe they're going through some tough times and you've been through some tough times. There's a kind of a mirror, there's something within you. One person at least, I think you guys are kind of, you've done a lot of the work. You've done a lot of the inner work, you've dug deep. But yeah, they remind you of where you came from. They remind you of the past, of stuff, you know, kind of shit you went through. I think they're still in the storm of something here. You know, they're seeking approval, they're seeking encouragement, they're seeking guidance. They want, and so they're very responsive to you. But I don't think the circumstances in which you're meeting are straightforward, actually. That I have to say, I'm reading it as I see it. Let's ask a little bit more. What are this person's intentions? Because if we're tangled in something, you know, can our intentions be very clear? What are this person's intentions towards pile 2? What are this person's intentions towards pile 2? Pluto, rebirth. Okay, so they're pretty committed to wanting to take this forwards. They see you as somebody who can really transform them, sensitize. Yeah, there's a huge emotional bond. I think they do see you as someone who can rescue them, who can encourage them, who can support them, you know, be their rock, kind of almost be their angel, be their guide. I think they really, really look up to you, actually. Yeah, their world is in a bit of a disarray somehow. I'm not sure what that's about, but their world they're not fully available for some reason. I mean, they kind of are, but it's complicated, basically. I feel that when they're with you, they feel peace. Yeah, when they're with you, they just, it's like you are their haven. You are their rescue package. You are the place they feel safe, actually. What about you? Yeah, Vesta, hearth and home. Yeah, I think you feel that you would quite like to be with this person. I think you feel very strongly that you could, despite the challenges that they have around them, I do feel you want to help, you want to rescue, you want to assist. You'd like to wrap them up and look after them. What else are we shown? Yeah, Venus, beloved. This is just lovely. I mean, I think really on your part, I think you really, really would like to kind of fix things for them. And I think this person would like you to fix things for them too. The question is, can you do that? Really, let's ask, is that a possibility? We're going to ask for some more messages in a moment, but can we ask, is this possible? Can this be done? Because there's a lot going on for this person that feels like it's pretty full on, pretty hard work. There's a lot of conflict in their life, a lot of difficulty, a lot of challenges. Okay, we have the Hermit, and we have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, I mean, the Hermit is a guide, a mentor. Knight of Wands, I mean, look at this Eight of Wands rather, but look at the lightning coming down here, and we have lightning here. I genuinely think you do have the ability, actually, to really assist this person in real terms. The reason you know that, this card was just sitting here as I picked up the pack. Let's see what we have. The Hierophant, yeah. How interesting. It's like higher love. All these songs coming through in these readings. There was a song that was coming through in pile one. I won't tell you what it is in case you were drawn to pile one, but it reminds me of that lovely Stevie Winwood song, isn't it? Higher love. Bring me a higher love. This is a higher love for you, especially, and perhaps for both of you, because you really are someone who can lift them. It's like you can see them through the storm. Keep the wolves at bay, stand strong. Whatever this person is going through, whatever difficulty that they are navigating, I do feel you are their rebirth. This is really, I mean, really powerful reading. You are definitely that rock for them, or if it's the other way around, then they are that for you. It does feel like a higher love, so this does actually feel possible. May we ask, what is the future outcome of this connection? Is this possible to be repaired, to be fixed? Yes. Yes. Six of Wands. It's the card of success. Yeah, this is doable. This is absolutely, this can be fixed. This is doable. You can achieve this. May we ask if there's any, well, let's get some further guidance around it in a moment as well. Strength. Yeah. It might take a while. I'm just going to say it could take a little while to happen, but I think it can be done. Yeah, it may just take a while. But this is definitely achievable. This is absolutely achievable. I'm going to use some love notes now. Obviously, I'm talking very much in terms of intimacy and love, but this could be any kind of platonic relationship, or, you know, you need to take the resonance as it comes. Now, I'm going to use these lovely love note cards. These are from White Rose Guidance. She has a really lovely YouTube channel. She does beautiful relationship readings, actually. I will put a link to her channel. These are her cards. I've got 2 packs of them I'm using today. And if you are interested in her cards, you can buy them through her channel. So, yeah, she's a lovely, lovely reader. So let's just ask for, you know, what would this person like to say to you? What is this person wanting to tell you? What is this person wanting to say? I am taking my time. Okay, we have all the time in the world. That is interesting. So this person is taking time. I would just hurt you more right now. I need to be alone. Ah, right. Okay, getting clear messages coming through. You are a diamond of immense strength and beauty. Here we have the gem, absolutely. I mean, you just couldn't write it, could you? Okay. Ah, okay. This person does have a lot going on. I am terrified of you. Okay. Yeah, I'm really hearing you turn loose heaven within me. Wow. Here we ask. This person just has, they have a very difficult situation around them. They do see you, but they do see you as someone who could be their rock, who could be their guide, who could be their angel almost. But I do think they are concerned that they would bring their damage into your world if they came into your world right now. So you're kind of perhaps certainly able to be there for them. I find everything about you pleasurable and irresistible. My whole body burns at the thought of you. I will do anything to bring you happiness. This very interesting. I do feel this person has some reticence about them just because of their situation. There's stuff going on around them, and they are really concerned that if they're basically, if you get together while they've still got all this shit going on, somehow that they'll bring their shit into your world. They care enough about you to not want to do that. At the same time, I think that you're all that they think about. May we ask for additional feelings, additional messages, please, from them to you. May we get messages from them to you, please. My entire body is attracted to you. Yeah, messages from them to you. I didn't fall in love with you because I've always loved you and always will. Yeah, I do feel there's this sort of distant thing or separation between you, but it's their circumstances. It's not a lack of feeling on their part. It's just there's something kind of big going on around them, and they don't really want to drag you in, even though they kind of also see you almost as the answer to their prayers. You're the only person in the world who really scares me. I think they feel seen by you in a real way. How are you feeling? Let's ask how you are feeling about this person. You feel like a warm home to me. Yeah, you see, I do feel there is this really strong soul connection. Almost as though you would be willing. Look at this, am I good enough for you? You are so precious to me. You are the song of my heart. I am electrified by you. I actually feel that the feelings are absolutely mutual in terms of the connection. But there's something about their circumstances, there's something going on around them that is kind of, it's just crazy. There's some craziness, some not okay energy around them in their circumstances. I feel with you guys, you're interpreting that as you not being good enough. Maybe it's tapping into your insecurities. You'd really like to just kind of be with this person. You feel really strongly about them. What would I give to run my fingers through your hair? I remember you. Yeah, you have a real strong connection to this person. I think it's very, very hard for you not to see a future, very hard for you to put it down, even though their circumstances are such that somehow there's something around them that makes this really difficult to have, even though it kind of looks so idyllic. It's like you've met yourself, your other half, literally. You're always so sweet. May we ask more for you? I want more with you one day. Yeah, absolutely. I think you see them and want it. I was not looking for something like this. Facing my reflection is more than I can handle. I do think you see there is a lot of similarity between you. This is one of those twin connections, where like a mirrored connection, where there's something in you that really resonates. Interestingly enough, I suspect part of what resonates with you is the fact that you've been through some heavy stuff. I think this person still has some heavy stuff going on around them, but you've been through some heavy stuff, and therefore you can feel it, and you also know it's possible to come through it. I think you would be prepared to move this ahead, even with the kind of the shit going on. It would like not bother you so much, because I think you've kind of dealt with a lot of stuff. You've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. The problem is that this person is almost sort of slightly protecting you, even though you would be prepared to move it forwards. Let's get some messages between you. You know, what's happening right now? We have, you are my soulmate. I am not free to, yeah, I'm not free to pursue what I want. Yeah, this is it. I think you are soulmates. I think literally at a level of soul, you know it. We have this heart. And of course, protection. And the emotional element, trying to navigate the highs and the lows. I think there's an incredibly strong emotional connection between you. I think you recognize that almost like you're one and the same, but this person has something going on around them that makes it pretty impossible. They're not free to pursue what they actually want. There is a recognition, though, on both sides, that this is the strength of this. Yeah, it's safer to keep all this in my head. Please lighten to my, is it to my side? Please listen to my side. I was not being able to read that for a moment. Please listen to my side. Yeah. I feel what we're seeing here is, in many ways, do you know, this person would love to talk to you about what's actually going on in their world and why they don't feel they're available for you, why they can't move it ahead, because they feel like you are the one person they could talk to. On the other hand, I think, you know, they are fearful of being judged as well. Let's ask again, you know, what is the future of this connection? Because I feel we're seeing a lot about what's going on at the moment. And it feels like it's this, there's something in the way, but it's in this person's world. The connection is real. I mean, there's no question of the connection being real. The question is, can it be moved forwards? What is the future of this connection? May we ask, what is the future of this connection? We have the Fool, new beginnings. Okay, so this could be a new beginning together, but it could be separating and taking new pathways. What do we have here? The Six of Wheels. Okay, so we have a gateway. Okay, what is the future of this connection? The Magician. And Justice. I actually feel that whatever is going on around this person has to kind of run its course, actually, before a future can evolve. It's got to reach its point of conclusion, and then there is the potential for something to take place. Is there anything that pile number 2 can actually do about this at the moment? Can we have guidance and information? Is there anything that pile 2 can actually do? King of Cups. Sort of want to say just sit tight in a way. Hold the love, really. Hold the love, hold the vision. And the World. I feel like this is wait for this to end, really. The new beginning will come when this ends. But I'm not sure that you can do anything particularly. May I check out, is there anything, any action that they can actually take? Queen of Wands. Well, you could certainly let them know how you feel, but I do feel it's almost like this is one of those scenarios when you have to kind of give it up to spirit, give it up to source, give it up to the universe. Let the wheels of time just turn around. You manifest, hold in your mind the desire that you want. Yeah, I think you kind of have to wait for this to sort itself out before anything can be moved forwards. I feel like you're having to bide your time, really. And both are sitting quite clearly. It's like holding the love and waiting for that ending, the World, and yeah, waiting for that ending before something can move forwards. May we ask, can this person, for pile 2, do anything? What do they need to do? Will they do anything in order to move this forwards? Okay, well, we have Ace of Cups. Will they do something to move this forwards? We have the card of the Lovers, which is about making a very clear choice. We have the Five of Wands, so we've got that conflict coming in. And the Page of Swords. I think they've kind of basically got to make a decision to sort out the circumstances that they're in. I think they can do it if they wish to, but they've got to sort out, and they've basically got to arrive at a personal choice or a personal decision to address this and it almost like take the bull by the horns and be prepared to do something about it. Actually be prepared to take a physical, real action, to cut some cords. Oh, my computer is speaking to us. It's like a little interruption coming in, which I think is really interesting. I think they would have to choose to kind of interrupt the course of things as it's moving forwards. But I feel that this is their choice and they have to make the decision before. Basically, it's their problem and they've got to sort it out. I don't think you can sort it out for them, even though the bond is between you is monumental. The connection between you is monumental. May we ask for any form of timing around this? Can we get any indication of timing? Will they bring anything forward fairly quickly? Okay, 5 of Cups. I'm not seeing anything happen very fast here. And the High Priestess. Well, they hold the key. How interesting. Maybe get an indication about timing. I think they might have to just like, you know, kind of get really real. 9 of Wheels. Do you know, pile 2, I feel that maybe they really do. You might need to genuinely step away. If you have a connection with this person, you might need to just step away from it. You know, knowing that even though that you know, it looks to you as if they're struggling and you want to help them out and you want to be there for them, you want to be the answer for them, and I'm seeing that you could easily do so. And the connection, the bond is there, but I think they have to sort something out for themselves. This is one of those readings where it's like it's their job to address what's going on in their world. Even though, you know, you are amazing and can assist so much, it really is, there's something they have to sort out and feel good about themselves for sorting it out, making some clear choices really here. Do we have any idea on timescales around this? Knight of Cups. Okay, so I kind of think we're not in an unreasonable territory. The Knights are reasonably fast moving cards. Yeah, I think they've just got to really arrive at a point where they make a clear-cut decision not to handle, not to be in the situation they're in anymore. And once they've addressed that, which is theirs to address, then I think they're free to move forwards. Okay, I feel that's really what we're seeing here. The future here, I think, it's sort of almost like the gates can't open until this gets sorted. This is the deal here. You know, there is definitely opportunity for that new beginning, but they've got to open the gates. They hold the key to the gates, really. It's their choice, their decision. It's one of those scenarios where even if you meet someone and they're having a hard time, we have a joke in the counselling world. How many counsellors does it take to change a light bulb? Only one, but the light bulb has to want to change. This person has to initiate something to create a change in their world before you can then actually move forwards and establish everything that you can give them in order to move something forwards and ultimately be together. They have to take a step first, and that's kind of what's sitting in the balance at the moment. I do think there is a future, but the future can only take place if they make a clear-cut choice. That's what I'm seeing here, my beautiful pile 2. Pile 2, thank you so much for joining me. If this reading is resonating with you, I look forward to seeing you again for other readings really soon. And blessings to you. I just think you are amazing. It's this higher love. And you know it. You have an ability to offer that higher love. What's really important is that this person does take responsibility for something themselves or for initiating some form of change. If they do that, I kind of want to say then they're going to be worthy of everything you can give them. But if they don't, then you could just be giving because you are so capable of giving higher love. But it's really important that you get what you deserve as well, my beautiful souls, that you get someone who can give back to you equally, that it isn't a one-sided thing. It's fine for something to be one-sided for a while, but it's got to be able to swing both ways. In any relationship, there will be times when one person supports another more and then vice versa. But because of the circumstances around this person, if you start at that pace, you need to know that they are prepared to make a commitment to themselves above and beyond anything. You can assist, you can help, but they need to also make that commitment too. Pile 2, I'm sending you the biggest hug in the world. Tons and tons of love to you, beautiful souls. And I look forward to seeing you for some other readings really soon if these readings are resonating with you. Thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing, and thank you for your comments as well, and thank you for all of you who give back through the super thanks in the comments too. You guys are amazing. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So you have the card of Shabanu, which is the Empress in a traditional pack, and you have Lagos, the rune of flow, and the Unicorn. Okay, so something is flowing, something is moving forwards. Now we are asking, what is the future of this connection? So let's draw some tarot cards first, just to see what we're generally shown. What is the future of this connection? We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so Knight of Cups. We have the Chariot. We have the card of Judgment. We also have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Gosh, I feel this could be moving fast, actually. This could be a connection that is moving fast. Now, the Empress actually asks us to nurture things. It asks us to let things unfold naturally. I think this connection may be happening very, very quickly. There's a rush to make a commitment in some way here. You may be feeling rushed, or the other person may be rushed. Seven of Wheels. Yeah, something needs to be planted and sown. Seeds need to be sown and nurtured rather than rushed forwards. I feel like it's moving forwards very fast. Yeah, Five of Wheels. Okay, what is the future of this connection? And then Six of Cups. Okay. I almost feel as though your reading is trying to sort of anchor things. Perhaps it's flowing forwards very, very, very quickly, a bit dreamlike with the Unicorn. Something that feels as though it's so perfect, you just want it to motor forwards, making a commitment, moving it ahead. But actually, everything here is saying, let's slow this down. I feel like you're maybe quite new to each other. It may even be this is someone who's very new to you. You may not even have fully connected yet. You may just be still seeing them, dreaming about them. And the idea of what you want is sort of really idealized in your mind. Let's draw a card for you and your person. I do feel it's young and it's flowing fast, and there's an eagerness to connect, to it's almost like to be a couple, to be together. But it needs to be allowed to grow, nurtured in its own time here. This is what we're seeing. Yeah, we have the Riddle. These cards, by the way, my apologies, here I am just drawing them. I'm drawing a card for you, and then I'm drawing a card for the other person. If you feel sort of maybe you're more this person and they're more this, then that's fine. It may be there's some kind of mirroring going on. If you don't feel that you connect to either, it may be that this is not the right reading for you. I'm actually seeing that card as well. Excuse me, we have the Destroyer. Okay. Now this tends to mean that something needs to come to get sorted, or there's some radical change that's needed. You're needing to work something out here because something's moving forwards very quickly. Something, and actually it needs to be that there's something here that says take your time and see this person for who they are with real eyes, rather than like being a realist, rather than, it's a bit like, you know, we don't necessarily want to not be hopeful and optimistic, but there's something about being very real as well in this situation, because things are being swept along. You could just be, your mind could be running wild in the most wonderful way, with the most incredible dreams about how this could be, but it needs to be anchored and grounded in realness. This is what I feel we're being shown here. Let's draw some more cards. Where is this going? Can we ask a little more about this person? Maybe ask a little bit more about this person, please. For my pile threes, I'm seeing this. Rescue. Do you know this card has come out in each of the readings? How interesting. And intention. Okay, and let's have some cards for you too. Cleaning house. Yeah. And metamorphosis. Okay, so rescue and intention. So I'm seeing this person look at you. I think you are the kind of person that they've been looking for. You're exactly what they've been looking for. You know, they've set wishes, they've set their intentions. You kind of tick every box for them as far as they're concerned. My question is, with something moving forwards very fast, potentially, how is that for you? Because they can see that you can give them everything that they might desire and need. You know, they can see you. Now, your cards, you have cleaning house and metamorphosis. So I feel you're needing to sweep away the cobwebs a little bit here, actually. Now, I'm hearing that you may have been, if this is an intimate relationship or whatever you're moving into, it may be that for some of you, this will be a message for some but not all, for some of you, you may have been single for a while. And so actually sort of waiting for something to shift and change. So someone coming in who just says you are the bee's knees is very strong. It's very powerful. Let's see what connection is shown between you as well. I'd like to see what the energy is between you. Field of dreams. Okay. So in many ways, there is a mirror here, because both of you see each other as the answer to their prayers. What we're being asked though here is to get real. It doesn't mean it's not full of potential, but we're being asked to get real and allow it to unfold naturally, rather than rush to something in a way that could then create disappointment if you're absolutely convinced that this person, for example, if you think that this person ticks every box and they think that you tick every box, actually there needs to be some realness in this, some organic growth. That's what we're being shown. Let me draw some more cards. Could we ask about the future of this potential? Let's ask about this person, please. Vesta, home, hearth. Okay. I think they see you as someone they can come home to. And yeah, I think they see you as someone they can come home to, someone who will listen to them, someone who will nurture them, who will understand them, look after them. I do feel you tick every box in that kind of way. What about you though? Okay, balance. We have balance. And you have passion. Okay, now I feel you are being asked to actually balance your passions here. I think this person fires you up, floats your boats. I think you want to nurture this into, it's like into your dream. You have a dream as well. It's like both parties have a dream, and you both think that the other person can be that dream. And I'm not saying you can't, but it kind of feels like it's really important to enter a space of discovery, before rushing into a commitment. I do feel you're new to each other, very young to each other somehow, or maybe you're coming back together after a period of some sort of separation. Let's ask more about the actual future of this connection. What is the future of this connection? Okay, so we have 10 of Swords, which is suggesting potentially an ending. We have the Knight, it's the 8 actually, I'm looking at the writing here, 8 of Cups. So I am seeing something departing. How interesting. And we have the Tower. Okay. This doesn't look as though this has the future that you would really desire. And I'm sorry to voice it, pile 3. But I sort of feel like maybe this person does have some ulterior agendas, or as in, I say that, I mean, just not necessarily a really dark energy, but just somebody who knows what they want. And they're looking for someone to tick those boxes rather than looking for you, looking to discover you, looking to find out who you are. And I feel that you could be needing to unravel the sort of the riddle of who they are. They could present very well, but they're wanting a commitment very fast here. And this is not looking joyous, actually. What is the future of this connection? Maybe check in and see. The Empress, again, how interesting. The High Priestess. Okay, now that's really interesting because we're now talking about intuition. And this High Priestess, there's a very clear sort of block here. There's a cross above, almost like a gateway, but it feels as though it is like a sort of a saying no. She's holding a key. Something has to be seen and understood differently, really, for anything here to move forwards. You know, it's almost, yeah, I do feel something would have to be approached differently. Let's get some messages, actually. Now, I'm using 2 beautiful packs from White Rose Guidance. She has a lovely channel here on YouTube. I will put a link to her channel below. She does some really lovely relationship readings. And these are her personal cards. There are 2 packs. We're going to use them both. And if you want to get the cards, you can access them through her website, so and her channel. So I will put a link down below. Let's just ask, what is this person really thinking and feeling about you? Okay, I can't bear to build it all again, to watch it wash away. Okay, they're pretty insecure, actually. They're pretty insecure. You will be in my heart until death and beyond. Okay, so they do have very strong feelings for you. I'm afraid if you touch me, you will destroy me. My entire body and being is attracted to you. So their feelings and their attraction is genuine. I can't face you right now. The intensity between you scares me, or between us scares me. And what else do we have here? Okay, I'll take this top one. Okay, thank you for your beautiful presence in my life. Our love can power galaxies. How interesting. See, in a way, this person seriously believes in you and seriously believes that you can be the be-all and end-all to absolutely everything. How about you? How are you feeling? You turn loose heaven within me. You are the song of my heart. Okay, I remember you. Your words keep ringing in my head. My love for you goes so deep. So there's such a powerful connection here. Such a powerful connection here. And yet something has to end here. Something has to change here in order to then move forwards. The Empress, the High Priestess. How can I ever pay you back? Okay. That's an interesting card to come up. May we ask what you are feeling? I am so lost in the ocean that is you. It's really interesting. There is so much passion, so much connection. And yet, there is this and yet sitting in this reading. There's commitment, wanting to move it forwards really fast. It's got so much positivity, and yet there is some underlying message coming through. What is taking place between them? What is going on here? Perhaps it is just that it's moving forward so fast. You are my soulmate. I am still figuring it out. I feel overwhelmed. The longing eats away at my heart. Okay. Pile 3, there's the most phenomenal connection. It really is. It's present, it's here. But something has to shift here in order for it to move forwards. And whether it's just the speed of it needs to slow down so that you really see each other or talk to each other or can actually really tune in and connect with each other. It's almost as though it's so powerful. It's like you can't not have it. But at the same time, it's sort of, there's stuff to figure out. There is stuff to figure out. There really is. May we ask about the future of this connection, please? Let's ask for more. Can pile 3 do anything? What should pile 3 be doing to move this forwards or not? Okay, Ace of Cups. Four of Swords, Three of Swords. And we have the Ten of Wands. I'm back to this same energy where there's this incredible connection. You want to move it forwards. It feels amazing. Almost like, you know, this is the person I want to marry. That kind of real strong strength of connection. That real, let's commit today. And yet, maybe these are just fears and insecurities from the past that are needing it to be slowed down. What is this person? Can this person do anything? Should this person be doing anything? Will they do something? How will they approach pile 3? 10 of Wheels. Okay. And the Fool. Okay, so they've got a risk here. Yeah, I'm afraid if I touch you, you'll destroy me. You'll be in my heart until death. Yeah, I can't bear to build it again, to watch it all wash away. Okay, I actually think this person is holding back from you. In a way, I said right at the start, I felt like a commitment was being made. But I feel like it's a commitment where not all their cards are on the table. There's something that needs to be slowed down. There's something you need to see, a riddle you need to unravel. And they've got to get to a place where they're prepared to almost put their money where their mouth is, really, I feel. Not just want their cake and eat it, as it were. They need to be prepared to risk something here. Yeah, we have the 8 of Swords. And the Knight of Wands. I think this is someone who lost a lot, actually. I think this is someone who's probably had a very messy breakup, or they had a divorce where they lost a ton of stuff. They didn't come out very well. And they're really, really, really anxious about committing, even though they kind of want to commit, but they do, but they don't. You know, it's this sort of, you know, I'm still trying to figure out, in a way. Interestingly enough, I suspect that your connection has blown them out of the water. as it has you. But I'm also seeing, or this could be you and that could be them, but what I'm also seeing is a lot of worry and concern here about how to move it forwards, how to make something kind of really work here. There's a, you know, will you be carrying too much? Is there an arrangement that's not really balanced? Balance with Libra we have. You may have rushed into this and now found yourself giving more than you're receiving. How do you address this? May we ask? May we ask for pile 3 how to address this? The Star. Okay. Yeah, this I do feel this can be addressed. I really do. I just feel there's a lot of emotion here. A huge amount of emotion around you. May we ask for more information, please? King of Wheels. I feel this person has to be prepared to share, to open themselves, to give of themselves fully. There's something that's holding back here, that's been held back, perhaps because of a past difficult relationship where someone's come out badly. Yeah, take your time, pile 3. Let this unfold organically so that you can see this person for who they are. I think the way they feel about you is genuine, and I think the way that you feel about them is genuine. But there is a need to not rush to commit, to think about the practicalities of how this can work, how the workload would be shared, how the cost of things would be shared. There's a need to get really real here. May we ask about the future of this connection? How is this going to potentially emerge? We have the Hermit. We have the World. How interesting. We have the Nine of Wheels. And King of Swords. Okay. What I'm seeing for the future of this connection is something that gets negotiated here. This could be one of those relationships where you choose to live separately in order to make it work, to have you might both keep your own sort of complete independence, but come together in a way that allows you to still have what you have together. I feel there's something that has to be understood and overcome and unraveled to make this work. I feel we're talking about a very successful individual here, actually, who is very anxious about risking the loss of anything, of their perhaps accumulated wealth or of their status in some way, shape or form. I think the love is there, but yeah, whether they would be very giving, whether this would be balanced or not, I do not know. I do think the potential is there, but I'm still seeing choices to be made, decisions, negotiations as much as anything, where the real key here is about making sure that all parties' interests are represented in a fair and balanced and equal way. Let's take a little sneaky peek. What is the future of this relationship? We have the Unseen. I don't think we're supposed to see this. I feel that this is a reading where we're not actually meant to see ahead. And even though we're asking what is the future of this connection, I think what we're being shown, pile 3, is that the future, and this is a general reading, so it will be different ultimately for all of you. I think the future of this is dependent upon how something is negotiated and the level of open, honest conversation that can take place. So moving away from an idealized place where maybe there are assumptions that, what, you know, this person ticks all my boxes and therefore it's perfect, and this person ticks all my boxes, and getting to the real deal of it, and then working out how the real deal of life can actually operate. You know, how do we organise shared finances? Do we live completely separate lives and maintain our financial independence? How do we use our resources? This is what I'm sort of feeling. It's like so much could result in disappointment and difficulty if it isn't discussed openly at this early stage, because a lot of people do build relationships. To be honest, to some extent we all do. We enter relationships, to be honest, with a lot of assumption, because we have our dreams that we want to be fulfilled, and we often imagine that person as being the person who can do that. I feel with this reading, the chemistry is there, the connection is there, the desire is there. The question is, can you slow it down enough and have those conversations so that you really genuinely know how it would be if you decide to come together? And it could work. You know, we had the Empress and the High Priestess down here. You know, this could work. But likewise, we also had, you know, we had the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Tower. You know, I do feel in a way it's perhaps why we're not seeing a clear outcome. I think for some of you, this possibly is a connection that wouldn't really work. This person might not be sharing or generous enough, and therefore the relationship might not be balanced. But actually, if this can be negotiated in a way that is really open, honest, I think then ways can be found. So the key here is taking your time, and I think this is why we're not able to see the future of this connection, because it depends on how those negotiations, the letting it grow and seeing how it emerges, where it goes to, what happens. I think it's about seeing how that emerges and working it out from there. Pile 3, I'm sorry this was not a definitive answer in terms of the future of the connection, but the future of the connection is all about negotiation, letting it evolve organically, discovering who you are both and what you both need and what you both want from this connection, and then negotiating that to work out whether that is possible or not, how this can be established. Pile 3, this is your reading. I'm sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me. If this reading is resonating with you, I do look forward to seeing you again. Do like, share, subscribe if you're enjoying my readings. That really does help to support the channel. And thank you all of you who comment, and thank you all of you who also give back through the super thanks in the comments. You guys are amazing. I look forward to seeing you hopefully very soon for some other readings. Tons of love to you.